experiences, he tried to do a Ouija board and contact Randy Rhodes. Mine was Elvis. It was my friend that wanted to do that. And I just was playing along with it. But I think something was brought back. Normally when you have that type of event, it opens doors.
That's what I
You
hear.
know, and I believe that it does. Um, a lot of people say, "Oh, that's just they're demons." I believe that to a certain extent, but I believe that there are ways that things happen. I've dealt with it since I was a kid. Um, one of the first things that happened was at my father's house. I would go there a couple of weekends a month, and they lived on a more it was at least a couple acres, and down the hill was a barn that had some really creepy things going on about it. It came up to the house. The whatever it was all around that barn and around the outside of the house. It was inside the house because I would have horrible dreams, and they were always about a room in the upstairs of the house. It was like um, a little doorway, and you like went up like a step, and then it was another type room in there. Always had very ill feelings about that. I didn't even go up there. I wouldn't go up there.
And that's the room that you were having a dream about?
Yes.
So there was an actual room?
Yes.
Hmm.
And but it was like a cubby. It was like a little cubby. And it just, every time I was there, something would happen. And my sister and brother, they never thought anything about it. But I would come on the weekends. So I guess with them living there, it didn't affect them, but I could feel it and I knew something wasn't right there.
Did you ever talk to them about it to know if they
Yeah,
ever did
yeah,
feel anything?
my dad never, he thought I was just being dramatic, but no, I know. And when they finally moved from there, I didn't have any more problems with it. I never dreamed about it again. I never, had any other feelings towards that. But other things happened with um, trying to bring back Elvis. Like I said, that was really a really odd time. But
How old were you then?
I was like 13 or 14, and it was my mom's friend, and we went down to her basement, and she found a Ouija board, and I had never really had any dealings with it until then, and I just know I had feelings and um, things that would happen that were not explained.
What kind of feelings would you have?
Um, Things where I could hear things and see things, but I don't know what it really was. it just, because it was like um, being able to see things and hear things just
Like actual visualizations or in your mind or
in my head and in my dreams.
okay.
I don't know. That's how I always had it
Right.
come about. Um, there was other things that would happen that I always wondered about, um, and it really didn't come around again until I had my oldest daughter, and she started feeling and seeing things, and you know I would listen to her, and she would tell me things. We both had an event where my grandfather passed away, and we both felt him when he died. We both felt
Mm-hmm.
him, and she was young. She was only 2 or 3 when that happened, but
Wow.
we both woke up at the same time, and we both felt him.
Felt him how? Like a presence or
Presence, yeah, like a presence, but it was more in our head. Like we thought about it. That's how it was. But yeah, my daughter said his name when she woke up,
hmm.
and that was very odd because I felt him too. I
And you
just
didn't know that he had died?
not until like 4 or 5 hours later.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and my grandma called and told us, and that's I knew that's what it was. So, um, as far as other things, there was things at our old house where I used to live. There would be things happen. Things would disappear or they would move. Um, we had a presence in the house, and I think the lady passed away in the house. We were across the street from a cemetery too, so I know we had things, and we had to have the house blessed. Um,
How did you go about that?
excuse me. Our church that we went to, we asked the pastor to come and bless it.
Hmm.
So he came and went through all the rooms, and